not about me tonight. Nah, no need. Okay, it's so in a second we'll just run on like the Beatles, right? Yep. Shabbat Shalom will begin with Hine Matov on page 8. We will begin on page 8 with Hine Matov. All right, come on up. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. Want to just remind people that if you have cell phones, which you probably do, to make sure they're silenced or turned off for the length of the service. If you need to use restrooms and you're a guest here or new, it's at the top of the stairs, make a right. We're just so happy to be able to pray with you and worship and share the leadership of our teens this Shabbat. What we're in a period of time between Passover and Shavuot called the Omer. And each week in these 49 days between Passover and Shavuot, every week has a certain quality to it, a certain thing that we're asked to focus on as ways to improve ourselves. And this week's midah, or quality, is about connection and relationship. It's called Yesod. And every day within the week of Yesod, of connection and relationship that we're focused on, has also a particular quality. And this one is Gevura Sheba Yesod, which means setting boundaries in order to preserve relationships. Like, we all know that for relationships that are important to us, we have to set boundaries in our life to create space for them. We have to be willing to say no to some things to be able to say yes to others. And all of our teens behind you have done their own setting of boundaries in their life to be able to nourish and support their connection and relationship with each other and here at Temple Bethel. And they're really busy. They're probably busier than a lot of adults. And so it's no small feat to say that for a lot of them that are here on Mondays teaching, function as madrichim, as assistant teachers or teachers in our religious school, and really sharing their light and their energy with us when they could be doing other things is a big deal. And we're here to celebrate their leadership this evening. So we're going to get to do a Shabbat service together. I want to also introduce Zach Hoffman. For those of you who don't know him, he will be our cantorial soloist for the evening and help support some of the teens in their leadership. You're also going to have the opportunity to hear from some of our seniors today who are going to share a little bit about their Jewish journey and how they've been impacted. And I want you to really, take their words as Torah, right? As Torah, as teaching. That as you hear how they have let their Jewish tradition and community impact who they are, that can be an invitation for each of us to consider in what ways, at whatever age we're at, in what ways do we want to let Jewish tradition and community impact us and improve the quality of our lives. So to begin, I want to invite those coming up for candle lighting to lead us in candles, to come up to the candles there and invite everybody else to stand. It's on page 1 in your Siddur if you don't know the blessing, but you can follow along. So folks, just come on down here. Come on. Don't be shy. Tomorrow, why don't you take the yellow lighter there, and you just squeeze it, and it turns on. Yeah, look at that.
Get it?
Yeah, do it. Well, first light them.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Lecha Dodi can be found on page 18. Who's up for Lecha Dodi? This is Kate, Lauren, and Haley. Lecha Dodi.
You guys ready? Achad, shtayim, shalosh. Lecha lecha dodi, likat likat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likat likat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lela 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 lecha dodi, likat likat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likat likat kala. Shabbat nekabela, Shamor bezachor bedimor echad, Ishmiyanu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem ol tiferet beliti la 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 l'chadoti, Likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi. Likat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila lela 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 lecha dodi. Likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela.
Page 19. Kevod Adonai Elohayich nigla lela 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 lecha dodi, likat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi, likat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Please stand, last verse.
Bo'wi v'shalom ha'atzeret ba'ala, gam v'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Bo'wi chala, la 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 lecha dodi, likat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela.
You may be seated. We're going to have our first bit of Torah journey from Lauren Gelb. So don't sit down. Oh, Talia.
It's me first. So, I can't lie, at the start of my Hebrew schooling and studying here at Temple Bethel, I would complain nonstop to my parents about having to do even more homework for something that was pretty difficult for me, which was learning Hebrew. But through my life at Temple Bethel, starting in the pre-K program, through to Tzedakah board, and now onto Bestie board, I realized why my parents enrolled me. I've met some of my closest and forever friends through this temple. I became a bar mitzvah through this temple, and I used to ride trikes at this temple when I was 4 years old. I have been encouraged to move forward and learn more from the rabbis I won't forget, like Rabbi Court and Rabbi Kavod. I was helped one-on-one by Cantor Young when I struggled to memorize my Torah portions. I met Talia and Tamara in Shava's Monday classes, and Lily all the way back in pre-K. And Jesse, who's the coolest youth group leader we could have gotten. Oh, there he is. I wish I could go back and tell myself to take everything a bit slower and appreciate more of my time here in this temple. Now being a senior ready for college, I look back on all my core memories I've made and the amazing people I've met.
Thank you, Zach.
Shabbat shalom to everyone here tonight. There are decent amount of people here, and I know a lot of you, and I don't know some of you as well. I'm Talia, and to all the people who do know me here, you probably know I have a huge personality, and I talk a lot, and I do more. A big part of my personality, my identity really, is my Judaism. Judaism to me is a lot deeper than the religion that we practice and celebrate. To me, it is the community I have within it. In the walls of Temple Bethel, starting in 4th grade for me, I've forged some of the most meaningful friendships that I know will last me a lifetime. I've had wonderful mentors like Rabbi Kavod, and I've learned so much about myself and my future. My freshman year, my Jewish community came together in ways I wasn't expecting when I had lost a friend in a school shooting where I used to live. We went on a trip to DC with the Religious Action Center, and we were able to talk to our representatives about important issues in the country. And I had a wonderful opportunity to talk about gun violence prevention. Discovering social justice through Judaism gave me such a unique perspective in the sense that as a people, we've always persevered until things were right. Heck, we did it to get out of slavery, persecution, genocide, you name it. Some American politics can't be that hard to handle, right? Anyway, this introduction to my now passion is something I will always be thankful for my Jewish community. I'm going off to Syracuse University, and I'm going to study citizenship and civic engagement to pursue my career to actively make change in our country. And I owe so much of it to what I've learned throughout all my Jewish education in this beautiful community. I couldn't have gone through middle school and high school without Tamara, Lily, Zach, Jesse, Rabbi Kavod, Mora Yael, Samantha, Joanna, my family, Bestie, which all of you guys should join, and all the other amazing people who have taught me so much. Temple Bethel will always be a home away from home for me, as will every Jewish community I plan to be in the whole life. I'm devastated to leave, but I'm excited to start the rest of my life with all I've gained through my experiences here, learning, teaching, and bonding. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Talia and Zach. The Chatzi Kaddish is on page 22. Yitkada v'yitkada shmei rabba ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'yom echon u'chayei decho be'Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'meru amen yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam me'omaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala shemei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran v'alma v'imru. Amen. Please rise for the Baruch Hu on page 23. You'll find the Shema on page 29. Anybody? Go ahead.
One, two, three. Page 31.
ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאור על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Let's have all the guys up here for Micha Mocha, page 37. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Page 39, Hashkivenu.
Am I just doing it alone? All right. Everyone from the seats, okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. U'prosh mortetzenu
Vishamru is on page 41. So in a moment, we're going to stand and pray the Amidah prayer. And this is an opportunity, since one of our themes for this evening is about connection and creating space for connection. I invite you that as we pray and we have some moments of silence after we're led into the Amidah, to just consider in what ways in your life can you create more space for connection with people that you love? Please stand for the Amidah. We're on page 43.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agite hilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakor, v'Zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, Gula Livnei v'Nehem, Leman Shemo ve'achava, Melech Ozer u'Mashiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah. Okay, so Yeshua. Mechaye chayim bechesed, Mechaye metim berachamim ravim, Somech noflim verofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umechayem emunato Lishnei afar milchamocha ba'el givurot umidomer lach melech memit umechayeh umashmiat Yeshua. Nemanata l'chayim metim Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hametim.
You can continue silently. The traditional prayer is on the right side of the page, poetic offerings on the left side, all the way through page 59. But you can also go off the page and just open that space to consider what it means to make space for the connections that are most important to us.
Shalom Rav is on page 57.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom.
So it's my pleasure to call up Tamara Cortez and Lily Lustig to share a little bit of their Jewish journey.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Lily Lustig.
And my name is Tamara Cortez, and we are so beyond excited to be here. We've been active members of Temple Bethel throughout our whole lives, and after becoming a part of the Jewish adult community, we took it upon ourselves to become as active as we could be.
We joined the 8th grade Tzedakah board after becoming bat mitzvahed, and we learned many values during this year. As we made our way to high school, we joined the Bestie Teen Youth Group, and we are so happy that we did.
In our first years, we shared the title of FFEP, and throughout this past year, I've had the privilege of being president alongside Talia.
And I have been able to become vice president and help my friends and other board members along the way. It's crazy that we have finally come to a part of our lives where we will all be in separate places, but we will always cherish and reflect on our memories at Temple Bethel.
When I showed up to my first day of Monday school back in 2016, my only knowledge of anything temple related was High Holy Days, as I attended a Jewish private school my entire life. As you can imagine, the thought of attending a weekly class at Temple was unfamiliar, which was quite terrifying, and honestly sounded extremely boring. But to my surprise, those couple hours on Mondays and soon enough every other Friday was what I looked forward to most throughout my week. I met some of my closest friends that I will continue to be close with throughout my adulthood, and I'm beyond grateful for everything that this temple has brought me, especially through Bestie. My favorite event was probably our first one, which was the scavenger hunt and kaleidoscope, and we also had our favorite event, which was Chopped, or even just coming together at lounge nights. Bestie was always a place of comfort, and I'm so grateful that I was able to create such experiences with such amazing people. In fact, I'd like to thank my mom for making me join Bestie. Without her, I wouldn't have begged my fellow friends to join with me.
I as well would like to thank Tamara's mom. When Tamara, Talia, and I were just starting high school, we thought we wouldn't be seeing each other as much because we were going to different schools. After weeks of trying to fit each other into our new schedules and even having a shared calendar to ensure that we updated each other with every second of our day, Talia and I got a text from Tamara saying, "Guys, let's all join Bestie." I didn't know much about the program myself, but once explained, there was no question that I wanted to join and become much closer to my friends. In the past 4 years, I have been exposed to so many different people and experiences. In fact, last year we were able to go to Disneyland for a whole day, and we had so much fun eating, joking around, and going all the rides. I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for all of my teens that I have grown up with.
To wrap this up, we want to thank our families for supporting us and giving us the opportunity to be a part of this amazing group. We also want to especially thank our youth group leader, Jessie.
Jessie, you have been someone we all look up to and come to with all of our problems, and we are so happy we got to share our journey with you.
From meeting you at our first week in Temple to cleaning up a gallon of fish oil in the kitchen, we will always remember the memories made together as a group.
We also want to thank Samantha, Joanna, and Rabbi Kavod for being extremely helpful and supportive during the past years. Lastly, we want to thank all of our teens because we would have not been able to make all of these memories without them.
We hope Bestie continues to be such a great part of young teenagers' lives, and we hope we were able to make a difference in some aspects of the teams that are now in Bestie.
When we heard as 8th graders that high school goes by fast, we laughed.
4 years later, we listened.
Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Noah Letterman.
Shabbat Shalom and good evening to everyone gathered here today. My name is Noah, and I am honored to have the opportunity to speak to all of you tonight about how Judaism and this Jewish community has shaped and influenced my life thus far. I have had the privilege of growing up in a family that has instilled in me the values and traditions of Judaism. From a young age, I have attended synagogue regularly, celebrated Jewish holidays with my family, and participated in community events with fellow Jews. One of the most significant ways that Judaism and this community has influenced my life is through its emphasis on community and social responsibility. The concept of tikkun olam, or repairing the world, has been central to my understanding of Judaism. I have learned that we have a responsibility to help those in need and make a positive impact on the world around us. Furthermore, the emphasis on education in Judaism has greatly influenced my life. The value placed on learning and the pursuit of knowledge has motivated me to be a diligent student and to always strive for excellence in my academic pursuits. This community has also taught me the importance of perseverance and resilience. Through my involvement in various initiatives to promote social justice through Bethel or through a program called Student to Student, I have learned about how important it is to teach others about our own perseverance and resilience. The Jewish people have a long history of facing adversity, but we have always been able to overcome challenges and thrive in the face of adversity. This resilience has inspired me to push through difficult times and to never give up on my goals and dreams. As we stand here today, I am reminded of a particular story that I first heard at camp. Some of you may have heard it, but I'll give a short summary. A king in a far-off land set forth a challenge for all who dared to take up the challenge. He instructed all who thought they could succeed to go forth and to return to him with something that could make a man on his happiest day sad and on his saddest day happy. Everyone was perplexed. They couldn't think of what sort of object could make a happy man sad and a sad man happy. It seemed to be a paradox. They were complete opposites. A Jewish man came forward, and he was only gone for a day. When he returned, he handed the king a simple silver band. The king was confused. How could this silver band, just this simple silver ring, he has all the jewels in the world, all the riches, the gold, the silver, the rubies, the emeralds. Why would he need this simple silver band? How could it make him happy? How could it make him sad? He felt nothing looking at it. So the man instructed the king to look down and see what he had engraved upon the ring. The words Gam ze ya'avor were deeply engraved on both sides of the ring. Gam ze ya'avor, this too shall pass. When a happy man looked at these words, he would feel sadness, because he would know that his happiness at the moment would pass. If a sad man looked at those words, he would become happy, because he would understand that his sadness will pass. Now, I interpreted this a little bit differently. I agree with when you're sad and you look at it, you understand that this too shall pass, Gam ze ya'avor. But I also think that when a happy person looks at this, they shouldn't necessarily feel sadness, but rather they should feel appreciation. Appreciation for the happiness they feel, because they understand that it won't last forever, but it too shall pass. Over the past few weeks, I have felt both excitement and apprehension with equal levels of intensity. I think it's really important that we all understand that Gam ze ya'avor, the feelings that we're feeling shall pass, and so whether it be a mantra that we repeat in a time of sadness or difficulty, or something we remind ourselves when we're feeling less than grateful, we should remember these words. In conclusion, Judaism, and this community in particular, has shaped and influenced my life in countless ways. It's taught me the values of community, social responsibility, education, perseverance, and identity. I am grateful for the lessons I have learned and for the opportunities I have had to be part of such a rich and meaningful tradition. Thank you all. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Levi Weeder.
Shabbat Shalom. Growing up with a dad as a rabbi, there was an assumption that I would naturally embrace Jewish life. And while that did end up happening more or less, I had to find my own path towards it. And at different points in my life, Judaism was meaningful for different reasons. As a young elementary schooler, meaning from Judaism came from culture and community. I remember eagerly waiting for services to end for community lunch and celebrating Jewish holidays with friends and family. At that time, my temple was Jewish, my school was Jewish, and most of my friends were Jewish. So despite living in a country where Jews make up only 2% of the population, I felt surrounded to the point where I barely even noticed it, like water to a fish. When I went to public high school, my relationship to Judaism was flipped on its head. Being one of the few Jews at school, for the first time in my life, my identity as a Jew became a commitment that I need to actively engage in. My experience with anti-Semitism in freshman year made me question how I present my Jewish identity to the world. It was at this moment that sparked my activism in fighting anti-Semitism and being a leader in a program called Student to Student, where we go to public high schools and middle schools, and we combat anti-Semitism through storytelling by humanizing the Jewish experience. It also forced me to ask myself, what does Judaism mean to me? Is there some aspect of Judaism that I identify with that transcends community and culture, or am I Jewish simply because that's how I grew up? Do I find meaning in my observances and practices, or is it meaningful enough because my ancestors for thousands of years before me have done them? I'm still finding that answer for myself. What I have found is that for me, meaning comes not so much from prayers or observances, but from the foundational values that they rest upon. Ever wonder why there's so many Jewish lawyers? It's partly because one of the core pillars of Judaism is the rejection of a single black and white narrative. Most of our modern observances come from ancient rabbis arguing about how to interpret a text in a way that balances its original meaning while still trying to maintain interpretations that enrich people's lives. I started working as a madrich at Temple Bethel freshman year, and mostly out of convenience to make a little bit of money on the side, but I quickly fell in love with the job. I wanted to be able to create an environment for kids that encouraged them to be open-minded and provide them with the tools to pick which aspects of Judaism were meaningful to them, and do so in a way that feels like they're just playing games and building community with their friends. This last year, I've had the privilege of having my own 4th grade class and being able to create that space and those spaces. And this summer, I'm starting a camp called Beyond B'nai with one of my closest friends, where we expose young students who are training for their bar mitzvah to skills such as Hebrew, trope, and prayers, but also exposing them to history, rabbinical stories, and teachings to build a framework of values and tools that they can call upon later in their life to forge a path to whatever aspect of Judaism they connect with. This coming year, I'm attending UCSD for poli-sci. I don't really know where life beyond that will take me. I don't think really most of us do. But Judaism has taught me that if you're committed to basing your decisions off of trying to keep an open mind, fighting for what you believe is right, and trying to bring the most meaning to your life and the lives of those around you, then whatever path you take, it'll be fulfilling. Thank you. And if you're interested in the summer camp, see us afterwards.
Thank you. Let's just, right now, give it just a big hand to all of our seniors. Thank you all for your inspiration and your teaching. We now have the opportunity to offer a prayer for healing, the Misha Berach prayer, which you can find on page 63. And this is really an opportunity where we think about who in our lives are in need of healing from physical illness, mental illness, or addiction, and then to just bring them into our community prayer and our space.
What page can it be found on?
It's on page 63. Please stand for Aleinu on page 64.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לצאת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשה כגויי הרצון, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונה. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. נאמר
Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 73. And in our synagogue family, we're mourning the recent loss of Martin Cole, the father of our member Sarah Feynman. And if I say the name of your loved one, please stand in honor of your connection to them, whether you're tuning in with us remotely or here in the sanctuary. This week, we also are observing the following yahrzeits: Sydney Albert, Beatrice Alone, Hussein Amin, Patricia Block, Ruth Bragg, Frank Brial, Faye Davis, Muriel Fitcher, Elizabeth Friedman, David Gold, Jeffrey Harrison, Kenneth Jacobson, Elma Jones, Jacob Katz, Marilyn Kaufman, Esther Kramer, Lenore Labowitz, Martin Lees, Rowena Winnie, Liebsman, Lionel Lindheimer, Herman Manessy, Lidmila Pastuch, Helen Pollack, Emil Pollack, Dave Rams, Pearl Raverby, Leah Raverby, Sharona Lottie Ramon, George Rohn, Jeffrey Robichek, Morris Schmuckler, Clara Skolnick, Barney Schwartz, Mordechai Sella, Kate Shapiro, Michael Silva, Marcy Silverstein, Frida Steinberg, Patricia Strauss, Radomir Tomovich. We also continue to remember the parents of members who passed away this year: Ruskin Berglund, Muriel Engelman, Dr. Leonard Feynman, Morris Glass, Zita Gluskin, Les Heinel, Dorothy Eisen, Pauline Kaplan, Judith Kovach, Jacob Lazarsons, Celia Skolnick-Levine, David McKean, Diana Lynn Plosker, Bella Rosenberg, Rosalind Shane, Leanne Martin Silverstone, Howard Sidney Slusher, Miriam Willickson, and Seymour Willickson. Is there anybody else that we're saying Kaddish for this evening? You may stand or sit according to your custom for Mourner's Kaddish, page 73. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah v'alma divra cherutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael b'agala uv'izman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam olmei olmaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav Huya Aseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'imru Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. You may be seated. At this point, to help honor all of our teens and our seniors, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Samantha Hoffman. Samantha is our Assistant Director of Religious School and our Director of Teen Programs. And what I want all of you to know about Samantha is how deeply committed she is to the growth and well-being of our teens. She's run our Madrichim program. She goes above and beyond to create the space every month, every week, for them to have an enriching, connecting experience. And so it's really our pleasure to have you on our team.
I'm not great with the mic, guys, so. Can all the seniors come up if you're a senior? So look at this group. It's like very exciting, but very scary to lose them all. So first of all, I'm so excited for everyone here today, but also just very excited for our senior group. And we have just a little gift for them, and I feel like it's like their bar mitzvah, and you have to show everyone what you got them. So does someone want to unpack the gift, and who wants to do it? Come on, someone must love gifts. Levi, I feel Levi's gotten volunteered a lot today, guys. So unpack it, and I'll share with you, but you got to be careful. You're presenting to the congregation. So present nicely, and I'll share. All right, what's in the bag? So this is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss underrated books. It's called Seussisms. It's to get you through college. So when you're having a hard day, you can read this, give you some like nice little quotes to cheer you up. All right, what else do we got in the bag? A little graduation bear. Oh, well, they like it. All right, what else do we got? I don't think there's much left.
And we got a mystery box.
A mystery box. What's in the mystery box, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Traveler's Prayer, but it's on a keychain, so wherever you go, you can take it with you. So just a little something for you guys to have with you wherever you go, far or close to home, to remember Temple Bethel by. So we love you, and we're going to miss you all next year.
Thank you,
That can be the sample.
While you're still up here, I'm gonna offer you the priestly blessing in a moment, the blessing for peace, for wholeness. All of you who spoke today spoke so beautifully, and each of you who didn't, what is in your hearts and the presence that you bring to this community, I see you every Monday doing your thing and giving your energy and your love, and it's so appreciated. So I just want to bless you that as you take this next chapter of your journey, that you do it with a sense that you are never alone. You're always connected, not only to friends here and beyond here, but you're part of the fabric of this universe, and you have so much to explore and give, and you get to just enjoy every bit of it. So the blessing, as some of you may know, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God illuminate God's face to you and show you goodness and grace. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift God's face up to you so you can see God's face in everyone and everything and always be at peace. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry, actually, not sitting yet. Sorry. We have a special song here to wish you on your journey. Okay, let's have everybody, you guys stay right there. All of other teens, let's surround our seniors and lead the congregation in our final song, Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshei Tehem, Ve'imru, Amen. Ya-na-na-na-na-na.
Please stand for Kiddush. It's on page 73. So, 70. Aren't you doing this one? Oh, sorry. Page 74.
Erev Boker Yom Hashishi. Vayachulu Hashemayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am. Vayichal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa. Vayishbot bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa. Vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i v'yakadesh oto. Ki bo Shabbat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'aso. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzonin chilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך, ואהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen. L'chaim. So, before we do Hamotzi to close here, I forgot to share a little bit of the announcements. So have a seat, buckle up. First of all, Mazel Tov to our amazing teens. And again, a big thank you to Samantha Hoffman, Johanna Sohn, Zach Hoffman, and everyone else who helped make this service possible. Just a few things to note. Torah Studies is online tomorrow at 9 a.m., and we have our conservative service at 9:15 a.m. While our on-site gala was canceled, look for our amazing online auction items that goes live on Sunday. It's a wonderful way to help support Temple Bethel. And we're also continuing to look for greeters for Friday and Saturday night services. Please, you can come to us, let us know. You can just stand outside. Join us on May 16th, Tuesday night, as we continue our 4-part series on revealing the magic of Jewish prayer, which I am teaching with Rabbi Joe Mendelson in Cantor Shula. Also, join us on May 16th when Dr. Bill Hoy will present on grief, entitled Going It Alone Doesn't Work. If you've never heard Dr. Bill Hoy, amazing, amazing resource that we share in our community with Vitas and O'Connor Mortuary. Our Be Sisters Shabbat, Sisterhood Shabbat service and dinner is next Friday, May 19th. Join us for that special evening. And also, you really won't want to miss that on June 4th, Sunday at 1:30 p.m., we are going to be hosting a panel that I'll be moderating with Rabbi Peter Levy and Leora Berkson from Stan with us, and a high school student from here, Orange County, and it's going to be a panel entitled Generational Perspectives on Anti-Semitism, to hear from experience from adults, from college students, from teens, and to really start to think about how do we respond, how do we act on those things. So Sunday, June 4th, the information is on our website. It's sponsored by our Jews with Conservative Values Committee. Thank you, everybody. We'll conclude our service with Hamotzi, and then for those who have registered for dinner, you can go ahead and head into the banquet hall. For all of us, there is wine or juice and challah and maybe even a little cake that's out there that you can help yourself. So. With me. ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Take one, but take a piece off. Shabbat shalom, everybody. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Yep, I got it. Am I good? Oh, I forgot the challah. From who? Oh, I forgot about the challah. Let me think.
Mira, trajeron todos los micrófonos que nomás querían un micrófono.